Hey, welcome back to Gronsky Books. I am Eric Gronsky. I read, write, and talk about books. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. This is a 30-day vlog leading up to the day that I move out of this house. I've actually already started this process. I'm sitting here on day 25 or 26, I've lost track. So I'm just now getting around to filming the intro. So I have been anything but consistent on this channel so far this year. And a lot of that has to do with some medical concerns, but there's other things going on. There's a lot of stuff in my personal life. This is the 6th or 7th time I've moved in 5 or 6 years. So this is always on the horizon. Another move is always on the horizon. And I've always got to pack up these books and find a new place to live. So there's this background anxiety on top of everything else. I thought it'd be fun to give you a behind the scenes look as to how Gronsky Books functions when I'm not on camera. Kind of the processes that I go through with taking notes and filming the videos and all the other things that I've got going on, including coordinating the move, where I'm gonna go, like what I'm gonna do with these books, like all of that, including some of the medical appointments. And I will tell you that I have filmed some fairly personal stuff in this video. This is probably the most personal video that I've filmed to date. All right, enough of all that. We're just gonna start off with day one, and there's nothing in this cup. This is just the prop. We're gonna go into day one, and we will see you again when this is all over. Okay, hold on. Come back here. Editing, Eric here. The vlog is complete. This is the last thing that I'm recording. And because this is supposed to be a behind the scenes look at my processes and my life in the last 30 days, I've always wanted to show you guys how difficult it is for me to appear on camera. This has never become natural for me. What you just saw actually took me a lot longer to record than it took you to watch it. So I was actually sitting in that room with my father and my friend Liz. But this is what it takes for me to record a video. I've never done this in front of people before. Hey, welcome back to Gronsky Books. I am Eric Gronsky. I read, write, and talk about books. Just now getting around to filming the intro. This is typical. No. I always dry up. Medical concerns and so over the look and is to. So I thought it'd be fun to. I thought it'd be fun to give you a behind the scenes look. So if you're not into that, you could. Where was I? I'm gonna leave that part out. All right, enough of all that. And there's nothing in this cup. And we will see you again when this is all over. That's good enough. Okay, I thought that was kind of fun, so we can get on with the vlog. Ready for day one. Day one started late because I was up late last night. I spent the last several hours of day 0 reading Schadenfreude, a book that requires a lot of my attention if I'm going to get anything out of this at all, a quagmire of a book. Last night I also got a message from a friend of mine in our apartment building. He regularly works with Open Table KC, a non-profit organization in the Kansas City area who serve the local homeless population with meals and various donated items. So like I said, day one started late. I woke up at 8:45, just in time for my 9 a.m. virtual appointment with a doctor. I'm in an outpatient treatment program for insomnia, so that's a lot of fun. From there, I went for a walk to my local library. I had some books to return, a couple of books here that I certainly won't have time to read now that I'm in the final stretch of moving house. While I was at the library, I busted out the old iPad and began work on what I'm calling an open letter to BookTube. This will be the script for an upcoming video, and while it's far from complete at this point, I wanted to at least outline my ideas, which I did. And then I walked home. And on my walk, I started listening to the audiobook of Terry Pratchett's, I forgot what the book is called, but it's on the screen here. You can see it yourself. And so for the rest of the day, I plan on getting my notes together for my upcoming Cat's Cradle video. I have quite a lot to say about that, but I really need to get my notes in so that I don't let it go on and just wander too much, which is a danger if I don't spend the prep time. So that's what I'm going to do right now. My goal is to shoot that video tomorrow. So I need to get everything together to shoot the video tomorrow. And hopefully edit it and upload it tomorrow as well. Okay, see you tomorrow. Day 2. Well, day 2 started off really late again. Another virtual doctor's appointment this morning. They are doing genetic testing on my liver receptors, my uptake receptors in my liver. So I talked to my doctor about that, as well as some other medication changes. Then I ate lunch. I ate this lunch and it was good, but I quickly started feeling not very good after that lunch. And I ended up napping away the rest of the day. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Terrible for my sleep schedule, but I decided to go out for a walk. I'm actually headed back to the library again. Some more books came in, so it's just never ending. Pack them on in, pack them on out. So I'm gonna go look at these books, and then I think I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm gonna go for as long of a walk as I can, ride out the daylight walking today, and then I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna get back to that Cat's Cradle video. And the plan for the Cat's Cradle videos is I'm just gonna go all in. I thought maybe I would take some of that stuff out and just keep it simple. But I had a comment on one of my last videos. Somebody said that I shouldn't worry about limiting myself for the sake of the length of the video, and that they would be there for whatever length book talk that I've got. So there are some of you out there who really like long book talks, so I think I'm gonna give you one on this Cat's Cradle. I don't know if this is the right book for a long book talk, but we'll see. There's just something about Cat's Cradle that I'm trying to say. I'm trying to draw a certain thing out of this book, and I'm not really able to put my finger on exactly what that is yet. And so I'm really struggling with it, but I'm kind of tired of looking at it right now. I've been sitting at that computer for a couple hours, and I'm gonna go back in the house and I'm gonna read some Schadenfreude, try to get a few more pages of that in tonight. I really want to get that done this month. I got a long way to go on that. So I'm going to go back in the house now and give you another long time lapse of me just sitting in a chair and reading. My father, in his blue armchair, also gives the impression of only being the executive body of other authorities. Everything around him and with him at its center is in at-rest motion. My father's voice, which doesn't move his mouth, says that I should lay the book into his right hand. I stride up to my father and tell him that I have eaten the book. The voice asks me to come nearer so that it might leaf through me. I come closer to the throne, and my father flips through me. Someone should read aloud to him, the voice orders. But nobody feels worthy of reading to my father from the book. As I have eaten the book, says my father's voice, whose mouth in the meantime remains closed, it exists only on the inside, thus should I open my mouth, then it shall sound out. What am I reading? Day 2. Well, day 2 started off really late again. Another virtual doctor's appointment this morning. They are doing genetic testing on. Then I ate lunch. I ate this lunch. So like I said the other day, I've been listening to A Slip of the Keyboard by Terry Pratchett. This is a 2014 collection of his nonfiction that spans his entire career. It's 56 essays, over 307 pages, and it includes a broad assortment of categories. The main 3 categories being Sir Terry's life and habits as a writer, reflections on the science fiction and fantasy genre, and his life with dementia. How dementia affected him personally, and how he found himself a spokesman for both dementia care on the national health and for assisted dying. Mixed in throughout the collection are innumerable details from his personal life. He even has an essay about his hat. These small anecdotes never cease to amaze, and of course they're packaged in Terry Pratchett's signature wit. My favorite individual essays were Magic Kingdoms and Cult Classic, a pair of essays broadly about fantasy, specifically about Lord of the Rings, and tangentially about the academic critical response to the genre of fantasy as a whole. Magic Kingdoms contains my favorite passage in the whole book. J.R.R. Tolkien has become a sort of mountain, appearing in all subsequent fantasy in a way that Mount Fuji appears so often in Japanese prints. Sometimes it's big and up close, sometimes it's a shape on the horizon, sometimes it's not there at all, which means that the artist either has made a deliberate decision against the mountain, which is interesting in itself, or is in fact standing on Mount Fuji. Well, I'm only about a mile from home, so thankfully this long walk, the rain held out long enough. I'll get home soaked, but at least I won't have to do my whole walk soaked. So after dinner, I went out to the balcony and I read Schadenfreude for a few hours. Got a few more pages in that. I love reading out here on the balcony. It's a little noisy with the traffic, but it's still pretty peaceful. And then I spent the rest of the night working on my cat's cradle video, pulling all the sticky notes out of the book, consolidating them into my notes, getting everything into one place, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be done and I can record this damn video. Welcome to day 4. Now that my notes are together for that cat's cradle video, I plan on filming at least a big chunk of that video today. However, my sister is coming into town and we're going to spend the afternoon together. So I wanted to get the table cleaned up and get my space ready and get everything ready to go for filming. Hopefully I'll have some daylight by the time we're done so that I can get some work in on this video. I have a lot of material to go over and I don't know how much of it I'll actually record. I tend to do this a lot. I overwrite and I take way more notes than for things that are actually going to show up in the video. I tend to cut things not only for time, but just to kind of keep things focused. I'm still kind of working on how I present my book reviews to you guys, at least the long form ones. I tend to stress like this over all of them. This one isn't exactly typical. It doesn't usually take me, 3-4 hour sessions to get my notes together. And I've read the book 3 times this year, so in preparation for this video. That doesn't really count me going through the book again, looking through all my notes. So that's not really typical. Later tonight, my buddy Phil is coming over. We're going to have kind of a game night, maybe watch a movie or something. So it's clean, desk is clean. The rest of the apartment is still kind of a mess, but that's something we're going to tackle the rest of these 30 days, isn't it? So, all right. My sister's on her way, so she's going to be here any minute. So I need to get ready. We're going to go for a walk, and then we're going to maybe go out for lunch or something. So I will see you back here in a minute. Yeah, Caleb and I came down here on our bikes once a few years ago, and it was flooded, and we're just like speeding back and forth over this section. It was just sending up rooster tails. Nice. It was actually a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Of the miniature significant irritation, of bodiless verses, boring numberless quotation, and the mechanical peroration, these long reflections, there are 2 kinds of lovers. One sort who cover over any offense in flattery, who in flatteries and forgiveness and in their longing wish obliterate it. And after this, the remorse that we nourish so much in these our days, so long in them. There's a missing word there. In their longing wish obliterate it. Should probably wish to obliterate it. This is one of the problems that I'm having with this translated book of poems by Yevgeny Yevtushenko. Well, it was translated by 2 people, a Russian speaker who is not a poet and a poet who does not speak Russian. So they collaborated to translate this short work of selected poems. And I just have a feeling that so much of Yevtushenko's poetry is lost in that translation. Say, hey, Phil. Hey, Phil.
I had a buddy who was certain, like he was like, I got all these shortcuts and shit memorized and stuff, and it's like, really? Because your shortcuts seem to like take 10 or 15 fucking minutes longer to get to where the we're going than just going the usual fucking route. He's gonna down this way. Put this in your fucking pocket. Discount smokes and liquor.
Hell yeah. This is why I didn't get anything done today.
So I spent my 30 days.
Why not, right? It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and Phil just left. We had a good long talk about writing and books. So I know Phil from my writers group. Whenever we get together, almost all we talk about is writing and storytelling. Every time I see Phil, it inspires me to get back to work on my writing projects. So, and I know that if I go to bed right now, I'm just gonna toss and turn. What I want to do is go work on my book, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Test. Oh shit! I had to do this. Test. Oh, this isn't working, is it? God damn it. Test. Okay, I think that's working. I don't understand how those other mics sometimes just don't connect to my phone. All right, so let's get this on here. Hey, welcome back to Gronsky Books. I am Eric Gronsky. I read, write, and talk about books. And today we are talking about Kurt Vonnegut's fourth novel. I'm done filming for the day. Awesome. It took me a long time. It's 4:25 now, but I've changed. I'm gonna go for a walk. I've got to run to the grocery store because my lettuce. So I got these salads. I tried eating the salad yesterday. I don't know if you can see. God, that stinks. It smells so bad. This is slimy, and it smells like a damn clogged sink. Hey, okay, so I'm just about home, and I'm gonna get cleaned up. I'm gonna make some dinner and spend the rest of the night editing this video that you're watching right now. I'm a few days behind, so I gotta get caught up before it snowballs on me too much. Tomorrow, my son is coming over in the evening, so hopefully tomorrow morning I'll probably go for a walk, and then the rest of the day I'm gonna edit the Cat's Cradle videos and hopefully get those uploaded and just be done with them. So that's the goal, and I will see you whatever tomorrow is, day 6, day 7. I've lost count. All right, bye. All right, so what time is it? It's 10:18 p.m. and the fire department just left. I called my nurse, and nurse said, I was having chest pain and shortness of breath, and so the nurse wanted me to get seen. She wanted me to go to the ER. Ow, these things hurt. They said that I'm not having any kind of I'm not having a heart attack or anything. So, and I've been to the ER so many times for heart problems in the last year that I just don't want to spend another night at the ER. If I go now, it's 10 p.m. I'll be there until 4 or 5 in the morning. They're gonna tell me nothing's wrong after taking blood and doing some imaging and billing me another $8,000, and then just gonna tell me to go home. Last time I went to the ER, I had to walk home. It's like, the hospital's a mile and a half away. So anyway, I told the oh, there's another one. I told the medic anymore. I told the medics that another one. Jeez, there's a lot of these. I told the medics that I didn't want to go. This is part of the reason why I haven't gotten anything done on the channel this year. This is because I keep ending up in the ER. How I feel tonight isn't good, but it's way better than I've been feeling on and off all year. So we don't know what it is. I've got a referral out to Kansas University Medical Center early next month. So I'm just really short of breath right now, and I feel like somebody's squeezing my heart. It's just another kind of cardiac episode, and I just got to deal with it. And I'd rather deal with it at home. So they told me that if it starts feeling worse and I decide I want to go to the hospital, just call them back and they'll come right back over. So, all right, enough. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, day 6. This week is going by really fast. Not getting as much done as I really would have hoped by now. This morning I went out to a coffee shop, brought my laptop out, or my iPad out there, and got some editing done on the Cat's Cradle video. And then I brought it home and I finished work on that. It took me, I don't know, 10 or 12 hours to get this video done. Later in the day, I got a message from one of my nurses saying that my primary doctor had identified a possible drug interaction between some of the medications that other providers had been giving me. So I had to stop taking some meds, and that might have explained part of the heart problem that I've had. So I've come off of one of the meds, actually 2 of them, and I've reduced the dosage of another, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that's good. I spent the rest of the night reading from Andrea Long Chu's book, Authority. I read this before I started this vlog. I read this whole book earlier last month, but I've been rereading some of my favorite essays, the literary essays, especially about literary criticism. And here's an excerpt from one of them. From the beginning, then, criticism had to reckon with 2 interlocking problems of authority, one literary, the other political. In order to criticize well, the critic would need both the critical authority that derived from his own free use of reason and the freedom to publish his criticism without being suspected of posing a threat to the actual authorities. This reflected a long post-Reformation association with faith and reading. Luther had written that while the prince had every right to put down a rebellion, he lacked all authority to force the Christian to get rid of certain books. Day what? I don't know, I've lost track. Today, sadly, I'm in a pretty bad mood. Today started off with a tragedy, or what could pass as a tragedy here on BookTube. When I opened my iPad this morning to get back to work on editing this vlog, I was greeted with an empty homepage. All of my editing projects are gone. There's a little bubble at the bottom of the screen that invites me to start a new project. That just threw me into a gigantic panic. Scouring through my files on the iPad. I reached out to LumaFusion's help team. I use LumaFusion to edit on my iPad Pro, and so far, I've never had a single problem with it. It's an easy, inexpensive way to get editing done, and it's been a really stable platform. I don't know what happened here, but I lost everything. So what you're watching right now is me spending 14 straight hours re-editing the Cat's Cradle video, which is another one that I lost. I lost a total 4 videos. 14 hours it took me to get through this Cat's Cradle video. It's a long video. It's almost an hour and 20 minutes long. It's the second longest video I have on this channel. Thought it was good, and I went ahead and hit upload to YouTube, and I went to bed. And I woke up this morning on day whatever it is, +1, because I'm still not sure where I'm at. Not feeling good today. It's actually 7 p.m. right now, and I haven't done anything all day except lay in bed and talk to my doctors. It's my heart again. I'm dizzy, tightness in my chest, shortness of breath. Broke out into some sweats earlier today. Got a headache now. I think it's because my vision's blurry. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff going on with the apartment here. My plan was when I left this apartment is I was going to go out of state to go stay with a friend of mine for a couple of months until some housing situations kind of became a little bit easier back here, and then I was going to come back. But with all the new tests that they've ordered like an echocardiogram and another CT of my chest and an MRI of my brain. I've got some damage to some blood vessels in my brain from some previous TBI. I'm a mess, okay? I'm a mess. So they're ordering all these other tests. They're even thinking about, they're going to give me another heart monitor, but that'll be the 3rd one that I've had all year. So they're considering installing one for long-term, surgically. So who knows what's going to happen? I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up. I had quit my search for new apartments because I was planning on going to stay with my friend for a few months. And now I don't know what I'm going to do. Transferring down there would be kind of hard. I want to stay with this team. They're already familiar with my heart, brain, stomach, kidney, liver, blood. What else is wrong with me? Mental health, sure. Throw all that in there. Oh yeah, the insomnia thing. So there's so much stuff going on. What I'm trying to say is that this vlog is the least important thing that I have going on right now. But it's not, because it's giving me something to do when I can't do anything else. As long as it still has that benefit, I'm going to keep going with this. Yesterday, I finished the Cat's Cradle video. I re-edited the Metamorphosis video. It's not very good. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This was published in 2014. I like this translation. It's pretty readable. I think it's kind of interesting though. But tomorrow, I'm going to just probably spend the day trying to get caught back up on editing this vlog.
Those are not strikes, but they're really close.
That's one of their best hitters right here. You can't pitch this guy one way. If you stay away the hole at bat, he'll go to right field. Try and jam.
Good morning, day 9. We are keeping it really simple today. I'm feeling a lot better, so that's good. No more lightheadedness, no more chest pain. I would like to go for a walk today. I feel like I can safely leave my apartment again. But we're going to give it another day. And that's my whole day, man. I did talk to the doctors a lot today and got caught up on that situation. But in the meantime, just taking it easy on day 9. Okay, so honestly, the last thing I want to do is turn this vlog into a kind of a woe is me pity party. But I got to tell you about something. Okay, so I am feeling better. Physically, I'm feeling better. My heart feels better. I'm not so short of breath, and I'm getting better sleep. But mentally, I'm struggling. And like I said before, this is the 7th time I've had to move in the last 6 years. And I think that would take a lot out of anybody. But the reasons that I've had to move just keep compounding. Last year I had to move because the house was no longer safe for human habitation. I couldn't live there and I couldn't afford 2 mortgages, so I had to move, filed for bankruptcy, and I lost my truck. And I've been living in this apartment, which I love, but I've been walking everywhere because I don't have a vehicle. And now I've had to move again because my apartment has changed owners and they are requiring a new credit worthiness check. And I'm not going to pass that with a bankruptcy on my record.
Number 8 home run against Noah Cameron in Kansas City. I like that. And he's hit high and deep to right. Grand slam, Noah Kershaw.
So the plan had always been to save up some money while living in this apartment and find a more permanent living situation. Actually, I really liked this apartment. I thought maybe this could become my permanent living situation. But I left my job last year when I lost my truck for many other reasons. I was hospitalized for a lot of the time, and I'd run out of FMLA days at work, and it was just a lot of compounding issues. But I've been working from home, doing some freelance editing, and that hasn't exactly brought in a lot of cash. So I haven't been able to get myself at quite as financially solvent as I'd hoped. I am drawing in a pension from a previous career, so I am taken care of. So this situation just feels like starting over again. I turned 46 this summer, and the last thing I want to do at this age is to start over yet again. Now, I reached out to a friend of mine who lives out of state. I keep saying that, a friend of mine out of state. He's going to drive up here in a couple of weeks, and he's invited me to come stay with him. That's going to kind of help me. It's going to give me time is what it's going to do. It's going to give me some time to kind of figure out what's next. And I kind of need a trip, honestly. I've kind of been stuck in one place for a very long time, and I need to get out of town. I need to get out of state. I need to go do something else. And I guess that's the silver lining in this, is that I get to go have a mini adventure. But right now, I'm a little depressed about having to start over yet again in middle age and it's just really hard. I think today is Sunday. Not really sure. But I'm going to film a video that I've wanted to do for a long time. This is the books that made me. So the books that I read as a kid, books that my parents read to me as a kid. I wrote a list. This is the list. I wrote it down in my little pocket notebook. Every book that I could remember in different categories. Not just every book that I read, but the ones that kind of meant the most to me as a kid. But I've got some books here in my house. I want to see if I can find them. I don't know exactly where they are. And I think they're in here. So, oh yeah, I found them right off the bat. So don't mind the mess here. This is all part of the move. All of these photo albums are on the ground because I'm doing like a digitization project. But in here, there's a bunch of stuff here. So this is a book that I wrote when I was, 5th or 6th grade. And then I've got Big Macs and all these Sweet Pickles books here. So this box, all of this needs to go into the video. So this is my tripod here. Slot the phone into this, and we'll go boop, and then I will be ready to record this video. So I went back, I dredged up some old memories, and I went through some boxes, and I found a bunch of books. And I want to talk about the books that made me. So earlier this summer, I decided that if there's a project that I want to do, I need to do the whole thing or as much of it as I can right away. Put everything else on hold and just do the thing right now. That way things will actually get done. I'll be able to finish stuff. So this is something that I'm interrupting all my other projects for. This wasn't on my schedule of things that I wanted to do. I thought it was going to just be a real quick video. I talked for about an hour and a half, and I managed, with all my rambling, I managed to edit it down to about 33 minutes. We're kind of getting down to the point where I need to start going through stuff and getting things organized and figuring out what I'm going to keep and throw away and donate and everything. It's about midnight right now, and I need to clean up a little bit, go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, so last night I got to bed at about 5:30 or so, which it's not great for the schedule, not great for the routine. But I got up this morning at about 11. I tell you what, not working has really thrown me into a tailspin with my sleep schedule. But so I cleaned up the kitchen and I got set up for the digitization project, which I'm finally getting around to showing you. And here I am now pulling out all of these totes. All of these totes have, well, not this one, Eric, but all this stuff is, yeah, these are my mom's photo albums. So this is my setup for the digitization project. I've got this little light tent here. It diffuses light. I've got this nifty portable light. This is for photography going, but it's right next to a window, which is really important to really get a good fill light on that. So I'm just gonna start running all my photos through here. So once I've taken a big batch of photos, I'll sit down and I'll start editing them. The good ones, especially if they're from my mom's albums, the good ones, I'll upload to this digital picture frame that she has from Aura, which is really cool. And she will just get new pictures in her living room. I don't usually tell her when they're coming, they just surprise her, so it's fun. So after several hours of photo processing and digitization, editing, I got a good number of those photos done, which was great. So I went out to enjoy the rest of the day. It was a beautiful day for a nice long walk in the city. And then I went out to a library and I got a lot of editing done while I was out there. And then I just continued walking. I spent the rest of the afternoon walking. So yeah, I need these walks right now. I've got a lot of anxiety building up about the inevitable move. My lease is up in just a couple of weeks and I don't have a permanent home lined up after this. Right now the plan is for me to go stay with a friend out of state while I wait for something to open up in my current city of residence. But really the sky's the limit. I don't exactly know where I'm gonna go or what I'm gonna do. I've got a lot of things to chew on, a lot of decisions to make in the upcoming days and months, I guess. But in the meantime, going through these walks has been a real big help. See what we've got in this free little library here, huh? Ooh, a Star Wars book. A lot of kid stuff. What's this? Maybe not. Sometimes you find some cool things in here. What's this? Star Trek Countdown. T.C. Boyle. I like T.C. Boyle. I don't know this one. I do not have this one, but I've read the Tortilla Curtain. Oh, I found a book. Thank you, guys. So that's actually going to give me kind of an idea. There's a whole bunch of these free little libraries within a couple miles of my house. So I think tomorrow I'm going to load up a bunch of books in my backpack here and just start stuffing these free libraries with some of my books. We'll do that tomorrow. You know, it's a real nice night. Peaceful outside. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Sitting here with a cup of tea, in the dim light, listening to some piano in the rain, and I'm reading a modern masterpiece. So suddenly I find myself awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have not been to bed yet. I'm wide awake. I've been working on this here. This is what I wrote tonight. It's about 3,000 words or so. And I just started thinking, like, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. This just happens sometimes. I just sit down and, like, I don't know. I just completely lose track of what I'm doing.
A minute later, Fern was seated on the floor in the corner of the kitchen with her infant between her knees, teaching it to suck from the bottle.
So I spent the rest of the day organizing photos, my photos and my parents' photos, getting them into these fireproof cases, doing some more digitization, and I don't know what I did the rest of the day. I probably went to bed early. I've lost track. I'm recording this days later. So then the next day, I just did more of the same. I digitized photos, and I probably went for a walk. I had a doctor's appointment this day, like a telehealth appointment. That was about it. I've probably been going for walks. During this phase of the vlog, I've really kind of lost track of things that I'm doing. I know 2 things for sure that I did on this day is secure my storage unit that I'm going to move all my stuff into next week or in a couple of weeks. And I reserved the U-Haul for the day and hired some movers to help me move. With my heart condition being so touch and go, sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not. My family has insisted that I hire some movers for assistance on the moving day. So I'm still able to go for walks. Here, you can see I went for a walk in the middle of the night to get some reading done. This is the book that I picked up out of that little library a couple days ago, and I read about half of it. And I got home and I went to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. Good morning. Actually, it's almost noon. It's 11:43 in the morning. I barely slept. My sleep is so bad right now. But the good thing is that I don't feel bad. I'm just not sleeping. So I'm gonna use this this poor sleep cycle, my insomnia, as a superpower. And I'm gonna try to do something that I've been wanting to do for years now, which is to read for 24 hours straight. And I've had this crazy idea in my head lately that I want to try to read for 24 hours straight. So I'm just going to do it. I've only got a few days left in this apartment. All right, so for this challenge, what I'm doing is I'm only counting the time that I read toward the 24 hours. So I've got a timer that is only running when I'm sitting in the chair with a book. So I've been doing this project for a little over 16 hours, but of that 16 hours, I've spent 12 hours and 15 minutes reading. I feel good right now, but that's because I've been taking breaks, going for little walks like I am right now. About to head back home and get the next book. I can't see shit with this light in my eye. Yeah, there we go. I probably won't update you again until this is all done. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful night. Beautiful night. All right, it took me almost 40 hours to read for 24 hours. I ended up finishing after midnight, around 3 or 4 in the morning on day 17, I think. I've kind of lost track of the details. And I ended up reading 9 short novels and novellas over the course of that 24-hour period. It's like 1,600 pages. Now, these are small books, so these are small format pages, but still, that's a lot of pages. It's a lot of work, and I'm really proud of it. And so then the next day, after catching up on some sleep, my son came over and I got to brag about my 24-hour reading challenge, and I asked him a pertinent question. You been reading anything good lately?
As a matter of fact, I've been reading Color of Fire, Volume 1.
What do you like about it so far?
I like that it's fantasy, right? But it doesn't feel super over the top. It doesn't, like, I'm not immediately bombarded with, like, here's every rule of magic that every creature in the universe follows. It feels, like, very real so far.
I did try to introduce it one thing at a time.
And I like that.
And I wanted to root the characters in a world before expose the readers to magic.
I'm definitely feeling like the world building harder than anything else, and that's great. I love that in a book, especially a fantasy book.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I am.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hey, welcome back to Gronsky Books. I am Eric Gronsky, and this is a video about book design. So I got some more editing done, and I still need to finish filming my book design video. I would do it right now, but I've got a meeting with my gaming group, and this will be the last time that my gaming group gets to meet before I leave the state for a couple of months. And actually, we weren't able to meet the last 2 weeks due to illnesses and scheduling conflicts. We normally don't miss any weeks, and so it was very rare that we missed 2 weeks in a row. So I'm glad that we're at least able to get back to our game night for one last time before I go. Here's a picture of me and my pals. So we meet every week, and we play a lot of games, and it's a good group. We have a good time. So I'm gonna miss them. Hopefully tomorrow I'm able to catch up on all of the editing that I still have to do. Holy cow, I've got the 24-hour reading challenge that I'm almost done editing that. I've got to catch up on this vlog edit, and then I need to finish filming and edit the book design video, and then going into the final phase. Oh shoot, tomorrow, I forgot. Tomorrow I have to go down to the university for some medical tests. Okay, well, get the editing done when I can, I guess. So we'll see you tomorrow.
That's Flipper. Swing and a line drive, rip, right field, back, gone! Lead off homer,
So there's this part here where Holden is talking about the secret goldfish here. It's a story that his brother wrote. And I've got this idea about keeping track of all these books and stories and everything, or movies that are fictional that authors put into their books, and then like make the book covers for them with like the authors' names and everything. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think that's a project that I'm going to start. Hey, how you doing? All right, so it's about 9:30 in the morning, and I've just finished work on my 24-hour reading challenge video. So that is uploading right now. Yay! I needed to get that done. In a couple of hours, I'm going up to the university for a medical test, and when I come home, I may be going back over to my friend's house. I'm not sure what their situation's going to be tonight, but I'm helping them out with the kids for a little bit. I still have to finish work on my book design video, and I really, really need to catch up on editing this vlog. I've gotten several days behind. But here's the thing, my time frame has pushed up. So when I first started this vlog, I was planning on being out of this apartment on day 30 of the vlog. However, I'm having to move up a little bit. It's really crunch time now, so I've only got like a week left before I go. I don't even know what day of the vlog we're on right now, because I'm so far behind, I've lost track. But right now, the Eric that's talking to you can't remember. But future editing Eric will be able to piece it all together. So this is a tilt table test. This is the medical test that I underwent today at the university. And what they did for me today was keep my body at a 60-degree angle from the ground. And that might not seem like much, but what it does is it triggers your autonomic response. And so if your body has any autonomic dysfunction, this test is designed to trigger that. For me, I did experience some symptoms. They weren't, nothing was emergent, so they released me, and now I just gotta wait for a doctor to read those results. Anyway, I ended up picking up Thomas Pynchon's new book. When trouble comes to town, it usually takes the North Shoreline. What with tough times down the lake in Chicago, changes in the wind, prohibition repealed. Got a little bit of reading in, and then I went over to a friend's place and babysat for the rest of the night. One of these days you'll learn how to drive. You gotta turn this way. Okay, you wanna go that way, so turn the pedal that way, and get your foot on that pedal, and push it down. There you go. You're not gonna crash. Okay, you gotta push the pedal down.
It's going.
Okay, you gotta keep pushing the pedal. You always take your foot off. You're not really quite getting the hang of this, are you? All right, so after the kids went to bed, I spent the next several hours getting some editing done. I'm just really swamped with editing. I keep saying this, but I've shot 4 videos for this channel, not including this one. And so all 5 of these videos have just required dozens and dozens of hours of editing. I think when I'm done with this one, I'm not gonna touch this iPad for a long time. I need to take a little bit of a break. But fortunately, all the videos that you've seen me produce so far in this month will come out after this one. So they're already uploaded and kind of in the shoots and ready to go. So, that's good. I'm happy about that. Day 20, I did next to nothing. I was actually very depressed and overcome with crippling anxiety. I'm very nervous about this move. I feel like I'm basically about to become homeless. So I spent the whole day in bed. I couldn't even concentrate on a book. I really did nothing today. But because I went to bed so early, I was sure I was going to wake up early. I just wasn't quite prepared how early I was going to wake up. I woke up at 11:30 p.m. I'm not sure how long. I actually slept probably 4 hours. And I came in here to my office to get some cleaning done. Not so much cleaning as much as it is just organizing. I'm getting ready to pack. I'm out of here in less than a week now. I'm listening to an audiobook called Whiskey When We're Dry. My buddy Phil is reading this book right now. I don't have time to read the book. I've got 2 other books going right now. I've got Schadenfreude and Shadow Ticket, and I want to try to finish at least Shadow Ticket before I leave. I also need to get a lot of editing done on this vlog. Like I said before, I'm way behind. There's at least one more video that I want to try to film before I go. I've got notes and scripts for at least 10 more videos, but I just don't have time to edit all that. So I finished filming the book design video, and I talked for 2 hours in that, so I don't know how I'm going to edit that one down. I'm also going to go for a walk, I think, this morning. Maybe I'll get some editing done, and then right around sunrise, I'll jump out on the road and get some miles in. Probably listen to some more of that audiobook while I'm out. Yeah, I got a lot of editing done just there. So I edited from about 2 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning. Watched a bunch of really bad movies too from the 90s, free movies that are on YouTube. Went out to the library at 10 o'clock. It's a long walk. It's the library furthest away from my house. I had a few books to return, and mostly I just needed to get some exercise. Read a few magazines, and then I headed home. I got home about 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon, and I took a bit of a nap. I've got my friend Phil coming over tonight. When Phil comes over, we often talk about our writing projects, and he just finished writing a novel. So everybody say, congratulations, Phil. I have not been feeling well today. I have gotten a few sessions of kind of packing and everything. Nothing serious. I haven't gotten any great big amount of work done. I've just been sort of sitting here watching booktube and kind of cleaning up in the living room area here, kind of getting it ready for the big pack, which is going to happen tomorrow. So it's just my heart again. Like, I'm short of breath and I'm just not feeling very good. I'm okay, I've just been really tired, and I slept a lot. So I actually slept a lot last night. Anytime I sleep a lot, it's probably a sign that my heart's not doing so well. I haven't really gotten a whole lot done. So I'm grateful that I've got my dad coming over tomorrow, and then my sister and my son will be here with my dad. The next day, my friend Mike is driving up. Mike is who I will be staying with for the next couple of months. He'll be driving into town in 2 days. I will have some help here. The little living room area that I have here was a bit of a mess. I was just kind of getting it kind of cleaned up and figuring out what I'm going to take with me when I go out of state in a couple days. A couple days! Oh my gosh, it's really coming up in a couple days. I have 1 day, 2 days to pack. After today, I have 2 days to pack. So anyway, I was looking through this photo album, and behind a photograph on my grandmother's farm was this little note. I completely forgot about this, but it says history of my family, and it says Einar Gronsky. That was my great uncle. What's interesting here is that I've got the dates, some critical dates from World War II. My great uncle Einar Gronsky fought in World War II. It says December 18th, 1944, captured Battle of the Bulge, Belgium, Ardennes Forest. And then April 1945, liberated Hammelburg, Germany, Stalag 13. My dad is coming down to help me pack. Actually, he'll be here in the morning, and I want to kind of talk to him about some of this stuff. Maybe talk to my mom. And I know when I've been going through all my stuff, I've been finding a bunch of old family things. Not just the photos, but it's kind of reinvigorating this. I don't know. I'm getting old, man, so I'm starting to think about family legacy and stuff. Where do I fit into the big scheme of lineage and everything? Anyway, I thought it was kind of cool that I found this note. I'm glad that I have this written down. All right. It's not happy birthday to you, it's happy Christmas to you. Christmas in October here.
Drum roll, please. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. Did you get these?
Found them laying around.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, wow, look at that. Empty bookshelves are a sad sight. Today is the day that I recorded the intro to this video. And actually my dad and my friend Liz were in the room with me, so it was a little awkward. They helped me get everything packed up today, so I'm almost completely packed. All these blue totes right here, there's 30 of them. They are all full of books. Well, 3/4 full. They're a little bit too big to fill to the top. They get really heavy. The apartment is almost completely packed. There's a few odds and ends here. We've got all day to pack tomorrow. My son's coming over tomorrow. Liz will be back. My dad will be back. And I think my sister is gonna come too. I'm gonna have a lot of people over here tomorrow. We'll just get everything sorted. My friend Mike will be here tomorrow evening, so I'll have lots of people over at the house for any kind of last minute stuff that needs to be done. These bookshelves here and the 3 desks in my office I listed online for sale, and some of it's for free. So hopefully some people come and collect that so I don't have to move it. There's new bookshelves that I want when I finally move into my new place, whenever that's gonna be. I don't really have anything else to do for the rest of the day, except right back there, that's my old iMac. That thing is 14 years old now, I think, somewhere along those lines. I haven't been able to update it in 5 or 6 years, so it's running on a really old OS. It takes about 30 minutes for that thing to start up. It's on its last leg, so I feel like this is a good time to go through and back up that hard drive, get everything pulled off onto a couple externals for backups, and then get those external hard drives secured in a safe place. I don't know, I might go for a little bit of a walk. I haven't really been feeling very well again today, so it's been nice to have the help, but I'm feeling a little bit better this afternoon than I did this morning, and definitely better than I did last night. I don't really need a lot of help with anything tomorrow, but it'll be nice to have a last day with some of my peeps. All right, well, I apologize. We've gotten to day 4 without a single coffee montage. What vlog is complete without a coffee montage? That's my bad, everybody. So here's a simple montage and a delicious cup of coffee from Nigeria. So today the plan was to be a pre-moving day. My dad drove me down to the U-Haul to pick up the truck. We brought that back to the apartment, and we kind of got some stuff preloaded into the storage unit, including my bike, table, and, a couple other small things. And then there's my son there.
My fake blood and my portable charger. What else are cargo pants for?
But my son, my friend Liz, my dad, my friend Mike there have been helping me all day. So as soon as everything's done tomorrow, we're gonna get out the next day. So I didn't really get very much filmed today because, like, when it's time to go, it's time to go. And there's coordinating all the help, the logistics of people coming over, picking up the van, getting into the storage unit here, going out to my old house where I still had some stuff to pick up. It's been a really long day, and so the last thing on my mind is really to pick up the camera and talk to you. So we're at the end of the day now. We're gonna go get something to eat and sit on our butts. The desks that I listed for free got picked up, and I gave away a couple other things, some chairs that I didn't need. I got all of the bookshelves sold, which is great. So I was actually able to make almost $300 off of stuff that I was just going to give away for free, but my friend Liz insisted that I try to sell them, and that was very smart. Thank you, Liz. Hey, welcome back to Gronsky Books. I am Eric Gronsky, and it appears there's something missing. It's moving day, and we are well on our way. So most of the stuff has already been packed. There's just a few things around the house that still need to go. We are not long for this apartment, and I'm gonna get everything off to the storage unit real soon. And then I'll be out of here. It's going pretty smooth. A lot of stress on days like this, but everything actually is working out today. So, for a miracle, for once in my life, things are going according to plan. Choose whichever we choose.